I want to highlight a campaign that I think is absolutely bloody brilliant. It's run by Share the Dignity, which is a charity organisation based here in Queensland, and every year they do an It's in the Bag campaign. You basically fill a handbag with essential items: pads, tampons, shampoos, conditioners, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorants and such. And then you can throw in a little gift, perfumes, sunglasses, some makeup, whatever takes your fancy. And then it's really important that you write a note in it, because these bags then go to women who mostly are fleeing domestic violence situations. So they've left home with absolutely nothing. One of the recipients of the bag has said often you leave a shelter with a plastic bag or something similar, but the handbag has some sort of dignity about it. I took it with me to his trial, and it gave me a bit of hope that I wasn't alone, that other people go through this too. These bags, I guess, show a moment of connection in a woman's life when they feel completely isolated and completely alone. Like, you have to understand, in some cases, these women have been under such coercive control. Their partners have been violent toward them. They've secluded these women from their families. These women have no support network because the men in their life have destroyed all of that. So a woman fleeing that situation to go into a shelter is completely alone. And then what happens is they get handed one of these bags, and in it are all of these items. And for them, it's almost signifying that there's hope, that, there's support for you. Here's some essential items to start your new life. And as they look through it, they will often find a handwritten note, which we ask you to leave, which can be words of encouragement: you're strong, you're brave, you've got this. Just something that can be really important. I remember speaking to a woman who got a bag, and she said that the note that she received for her was incredibly pivotal in that moment, and she keeps it with her to this day. And she took it with her to court, because it's crazy enough that these women not only have to go through what they've gone through, but then to seek justice, have to sit in a courtroom with the man that has done unspeakable things to them. And this particular woman said, she just tucked that note in her bra, and if she was starting to panic or starting to freak out, she'd just, hold her chest and it would calm her down. And also these bags, like another comment said, you've got nothing and you're walking around town with a plastic bag. A handbag can offer you some dignity, when you start going for job interviews, when you're meeting people, you've got something that it's not just of monetary value, but it's incredibly important because it's been, lovingly prepared and thought through as a gift, for this person in this exact crisis in their life. It's in the Bag runs at the end of every calendar year, and Bunnings have wonderfully said you can drop it off at any of their store locations. You'll see out the front of the Bunnings stores that there's usually a big cardboard box on a pallet, and it'll have Share the Dignity donations here, and that's where you go and you pop your bags in. Now, for 2025 this year, donations are from the 14th to the 30th of November, but keep a lookout because they're usually around this time at the end of every year. So if you can't afford to put a bag together this year, maybe think about doing it again next year. I also find it incredibly difficult to buy gifts for my family. I have no idea what they want. So every year what I do is I pack a bag for my brother and sisters-in-law, and I donate it on their behalf as their Christmas present. If you want any more information about Share the Dignity and what it does and what it offers, just visit them online. You can search them on Instagram at Share the Dignity or sharethedignity.org.au.